in the town where I live. And after being away here for 40 years and coming back, I was kind of shocked by, well, I call it pollution. And the pollution I'm talking about is not about dirt or garbage or polluted air. I'm going to sit here for a second. Not about polluted air or garbage or even noise pollution, not that. But I call it sign pollution. And what I notice is the amount of signs that they put up here is unreal. And once I started looking around, I noticed it more and more. And I'm sitting here on an intersection, regular, random intersection. And there are signs everywhere. And signs that don't necessarily point to another city or another town. Yes, there are that too. But signs that point to a building, you know, a public building. Like, the noise, like across the street there. On that particular point are 11 signs. And of the 11 signs, there is only one that points to a city, and that's the top one. And all the rest is pointing to some kind of a public building or a parking lot or something like that. And right there, across the street, they have exactly the same signs pointing also to that building. And the buildings that they're talking about is right there in view from here. And they're talking about the hospital and another public building, signs. There are more signs. And then the funny thing is, when you walk towards where the building is supposed to be, you walk right by it, because on the building itself there is no sign whatsoever that gives you the name of that building. So that's so weird to me. And here, this one stupid intersection, believe it or not, I counted them all just here in this little area. 71 signs. 71. I couldn't believe it myself. And when I say about 71, like look, for example, right here, this is one post with 1, 2, 3, 4 signs on it. So I find it excessive and polluting to me. And it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's crazy. And some signs are not necessary. They point out to the obvious. And it's the weirdest thing ever. I've been to many countries before, but I've never seen anything like this before. I give you some more examples here from what I think is unnecessary. I know about the sun, if you can see it, this point out to a speed bump in 50 meters, which is right there in front of that car. This is a zone where you can drive 30 kilometers an hour. there is another little sign that tells you kind of watch out for this bump, but they created this bump and then they put a sign. This is a sign that says this is a priority road. Then here we have a whole bunch of other signs. I hope you can see it in the sun. A dead-end street. And on the top one says 30 with a cross to it, meaning earlier they said this was a 30 zone, but then in this street you can go faster than 30 because it's crossed out. And then this street is dead end. I counted the houses, there are 9 houses in this street and a dead end. This sign here says parking Bosdan. Okay, pointing that direction. Here there's another sign pointing Bosdan, that direction. Here is another sign saying Bosdan parking with a little pedestrian guy at the end. That's for pedestrians. So guess where the parking is? Yes, right here. It's right here. But they put up 3 signs pointing to the parking, which is right here. And then before you enter, they have a sign saying, on this parking lot, you don't have to use a parking card, meaning it's free. Well, kind of obvious. If there is nothing to pay, if there is no entrance thing, you know, it's free. Every parking is free unless it states that you have to pay. Let's go off to the next one. So here I am, still in that same street, maybe 100 meters further from the parking lot. If you, right there is the parking lot where we just had. So here we see a sign with a not entering. You cannot turn right on this street that's right here. This is only a one-way street because there is a median in the middle, so you cannot come from anywhere else but from where I'm standing behind me. So there is only one way you can turn into this street, which is right, but you're not allowed, as the sign tells you. So that should be enough, I think, but no. Right here, they have a no entry sign. Okay, fine, one no entry sign. And this is supposed to be a street. This is not actually a true street to another end of the city. This is just to a community, kind of almost like a gated community almost. But then, not even 20 meters into the street, they have 2 signs again. Not entry, and not entry again. And then, if you look way further down the road, I hope we can zoom into that one. Right back there, and way at the other end, they have another 2 signs. No entry. And there is no side street that comes into it. No, nothing. They just repeat and repeat the same sign 5 times. They repeat it 5 times in a street that is maybe 150 meters long. That is absolutely crazy. And then look at signs all over. Wherever you look. Wherever you look. The more the better. Here is another example of signs, sign there, sign there. And this one is a funny one. The top one, I'll talk about that another time because I had to look it up what it was for. And the second one, it says Grote Markt means market square. So guess where we are? We are on the market square, but they have the sign to point you to the middle of the market square. So, up to the next. Here we have another example of a sign that points to a building. And this time it says, and we're looking at the top sign says station. It's a train station, I think. 1 second here for the noise. And the second one, translated, is City Hall. Well, guess where City Hall is? Right there. Right here. City Hall. There is City Hall. And do you think they have a sign that says that this is City Hall? No. No. I'll show you the entrance. Here is the entrance of City Hall. They could have easily put a sign on the top of the door, like saying City Hall or something. But apart from on the doorbell, you don't find any signs that it says, this is City Hall. Okay, now we're walking off to the station. Signs all over the place. This is also that sign, sign, sign. More right there for the other end, right here on the sides, right here. Guys, this is a parking lot. And this is a dead-end street, and it's just a parking. There are no houses or anything. And it tells you a couple times that this is a parking. And there are, oh, there you can see that it's a dead end. There is a sign for dead end. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, apart from the ones back there. Right there, that also tells you that that's a parking on both sides. So there are about 15 signs telling you that that's a parking lot. Here again, a bunch of signs that just points to a building. You know, nothing to do with direction. Here we are coming up to the station. Here's a bunch of signs that are unnecessary. And then here we got the sign. Let me back up a little bit. It says station, top one, post office, and the bottom one is Ministry of Financing. So again, those are 3 buildings. Well, let's start with the top one. Station. Well, guess where the station is? Right there. Right there. Now, post office. Post office is right there where the white truck is. And the Ministry of Financing is right in front of that truck. And is not being in use for the last 5 years. So, that's the love of signs here this time. I'm standing on the bicycle path right now, and as we can see, they have a lovely sign for the bicycle path. Very good. I was warned to go out of the way. Look at about, say, 50 meters further. Well, let's put another sign there just to make sure that they don't miss that path. You know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy, I think. Right there is a walking path, goes towards the castle actually. And right there we have a sign saying cars no entry. Well, they cannot go in there to start off with because there's a post smack in the middle of the road. So, and then you have those signs and other signs that your dog cannot poop, and signs that say all the same thing. Here's another good one. What we got here is fire department and ministry, well, not ministry, but office of the environment. So guess where the fire department is? Right there. And as you can see, there is no sign on the building. Although they have lots of space to put a nice sign there, fire department, but they don't have to litter the streets with the name fire department. And this is not the only sign that points to the fire department. There are lots of them. This is a sign that says fire department. That sign would flash when the trucks are coming out of this driveway. And I'm gonna hit right now. And as you can see, we're back to the market square almost. Right there they have another bunch of nice signs there. This is another intersection right where the market square is in front of the church. And the top sign says police station, fire department station, Centrum parking. So that's the top one is police station. So the police station is right here. Although they just put up a sign, police station. That is something. Here are a couple of more signs. They're also pointing to two buildings. And they're pointing in that direction. So this is the direction, but the two buildings are right there. This one and the one right next to it. Right here the same signs pointing to that direction where the buildings are right there. Sign here, bicycle sign, another repeat a little bit further. Right here said the signs again to the same places, pointing in another direction. A sign there that says, top one says nobody is allowed in driving, no cars, and it says only government service. So if they have a sign here it says only government service, right there they have that same sign, same as this one here, where it says government services only going in there. Well, this one should be enough because there is no other entrance way than this one. Here again, the same buildings, or two of the same buildings. Right, a minute ago we were right there with that truck is right now, pointing to those two buildings again. And guess what? Where they are? They are right there and next to it. Here we have some more. Not even 100 meters further. Right there at the end on the white building were the previous signs pointing to the buildings, same buildings again. And we can see the building right there. Same thing. Here we are at a one-way street, and I just want to show you one sign on this side says one-way street, and on the opposite side it says same sign, one-way street, just to make sure they put two signs. But the funny thing is, as you can see, the cars are all parked facing this way, so meaning coming from the other side, driving this way. So now we're gonna walk towards the middle of the street, which is right there where those houses are. I'm gonna walk to there for now. Here we're approaching the middle of this street here, and look at this. As you can see, one way this car is coming this way, and here we have the sign pointing the other direction. No cars are coming from behind me, and the sign faces the wrong way. Crazy stuff. Here I come to the end of this one-way street, and right across here you see two no entry signs on each side of the road, and it says a 30-kilometer zone, which from this end there's no need to be here, right? Here we arrive at another one-way street, and here this is it. As you can see, there is a sign no entry, but then there are a bunch of other signs saying 30 kilometers an hour, 30 zone, bicycle street, bicycles. But wait for it, look at this one. Right behind it they put another sign saying you don't have to pay, you have to use your parking card. But if it's no entry, why do all these signs facing this way? The only thing that should be here is a no entry sign. And then on the other side, those signs, they just cancel, those are just cancel signs for the ones they put on this way, on this side. It's absolutely crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 signs on one little tiny one-way street. Crazy shit. Another parking lot. Right here, pointing towards the parking lot. And it is right here. This is the one and only entrance. We have another little sign says parking. And then when you drive in, we have another little sign says parking with an arrow, meaning you can park from here to there. There is no other exit or entrance. Well, as you can see, all the parking spots have a nice line. So Why is the point in telling the people you can park from there to here? You just park in between the lines and that's the end of it. Here I'm walking towards like sort of a gated community. There are two entrance streets towards this place, and here in the middle they have some kind of a little park. So there are no stores or businesses here, it's just some residential houses. And if you don't need to be here, nobody comes here unless the people that live here. So, but here we have our start of our signs. So let me see if I can. So of course the dogs cannot poop. You park till here, and that arrow sign says basically you can only turn right because it's all one way here. But then they start having some more signs with no entry right here. And then some sign that says you cannot smoke here because kids are playing here. And then the city department of greenery, bicycle, no entry sign. But then right here they repeat the no entry sign again. This is only not even 50 meters and they have it again. And they're further again. They keep on repeating the same thing. And this is just a little oval park in the middle of this community. And here is the next one, no entry sign. It is absolutely unreal. I think they have a love affair with no entry signs here, because look at this. There's only one way you can go around the corner, and there we have again no entry sign. And guess what? Like 30 meters further, let's repeat it again. No entry. It's unreal. It should have only two signs in this whole complex for saying one-way street, end of the story. Look at here. Again, no entry sign. And there, see, way in the back there, they repeat it again. So, it's a whole oval street, and all the way around they put sign after sign after sign. No entry. And right there is the next one. So if you're asking me, well, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 no entry signs, which could be done with 2, saying one-way street. But here we are. I'm ended up back at the bench where I started. I'm gonna sit here for a minute. There we go. So this is about the end of my sign video, and I hope that everybody more or less can see my point in the signs that I feel are wasteful or too many or no point, you know. But and I asked a lot of people here about the signs with the buildings, you know. Nobody even said, oh, are there signs with buildings? I don't even know. So people here don't even see the signs anymore. That's what I found out. And I start to figure, I start to think, who makes the most money? The people that are making the signs, or the politicians that are ordering the signs? Up to you guys to decide. Anyway, I could make another 10 videos like this. And I just walked in a radius of about 1 kilometer, that's it, no more. But I come to the end of my sign video, and with this one I'm signing off. Bye bye.